Welcome back to my channel, guys. So I thought that I would do a little bit of planning by sort of just chit-chatting with you all. I'll explain a couple of things as I plan, but really I just wanted to be like a little chill planning session, and I'm going to share that with you all. So first things first, there's some information that I need to update. So we're going to update this journal first because this is where most of my tasks are. I haven't even touched this notebook. I haven't touched it since yesterday. I didn't put anything in here for today, so I'll most likely be just back planning a little bit. But I didn't touch anything in here. Really, I didn't touch the sleep tracker today, the monthly tracker. I didn't do any of that stuff. So really, I just need to go back into here and like update. And I just want to make sure that I'm in frame. I do need to go back into here and just update. I did start to set up for next week. So I asked if anyone knew of like a way that I could probably incorporate like how to keep track of like the things that I eat. So a good suggestion was to just make another weekly. So instead of using like a glue-in insert that I was thinking about, I'm just going to draw out one behind this one. So I have a couple of inserts in here. So there's a project that I'm working on. So I have a project plan sheet for this week, and then also I have the month or weekly that I've glued front to back like I did earlier last month or later last month. And then also I have a plan and prep page that I'm going to use for meal planning. So I've cut off the last two boxes because I only need 7. So I have a plan and prep page that I'm going to use for meal planning. And on the back of this, I'm going to do what I've ate for each day. So I don't know if I want to glue in another insert to do that because I really hate drawing out boxes and things like that. I don't know yet, so it's still like rumbling around in my mind like what I want to do in terms of that. But that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to make a section for what I ate this current week or this week that we're getting ready to come up on. So yeah, that's what I need to do. And as of right now, I'm just kind of keeping my bookmarker in there just to kind of hold its place. So yesterday I did the review for those Parkour pens, and I really like those pens a lot. So I'm gonna be playing around with them even more. So I'm gonna probably do my next couple of pages in the next week with the Parkour pens, and probably fill out my journaling with the Parkour pens for the rest of this week also. But for right now, I'm just gonna stick with this Intensity Illusion pen by Bic, because I just want to finish out the week in this ink. And I'm moving around here. Okay, so I did not work out yesterday and I didn't work out today. Man, I'm making this really hard on myself. Also, I didn't make a list for the BX, but I gotta do that today. So I'm going to come back to this because there's something important that I just remembered that I need to do. So I'm going to come back to this. I'm going to bookmark this and then I'll come back to it. So I hope everyone is having a good Friday. I got some really, really great news today. So as I was getting ready for the day, I got a call from one of the doctors that called me. Well, I don't know if this was the same doctor, but I got a call from one of the doctors, and she was following up with me in regards to the, I think it is SFI. I don't know if I'm saying that right. FIS. I don't know. But anywho, she was following up with me with that, and she was letting me know that I could get the saline ultrasound that I had meant to get this past week. So earlier this week, I went and got an ultrasound with radiology. And if you have not been following my channel, then I am trying to get pregnant. I've had 2 miscarriages, and so we're trying to figure out, you know, what's going on. Afternoon wash. I didn't do this, so let's move it to today, and then plan date night. We'll do that today, and then work out for one. We didn't do that either. Workout today, Zumba. I did do that, and then therapy. Stop. Yes, I did that because I was so mad at myself for not doing that. So yeah, she called me and she stated that the doctor who performed my DNC procedure, I've had 2 DNC procedures, both with different doctors, but this second doctor who performed my DNC procedure, she stated that she would go ahead and do my saline ultrasound since radiology had been backed up with all of the requests that they were getting. So I'm ecstatic because I thought that it was going to be yet again another long process where I have to wait before we can try to get pregnant again. And I really just want to get everything settled and get the ball rolling so that we can kind of work on expanding our family. So all I'm doing right now, so earlier what I did, and I do keep a call log. So usually when I get like calls and stuff, I will grab the nearest notebook to me. And this just happened to be the closest notebook that I could just chicken scratch some information. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to transfer this call into here. So I'm not going to write the number or anything like that while I'm on camera because I want to put that in a section that is sensitive. But I am going to put in here the conversation and kind of reword some of the things because I was just kind of writing what she was telling me as we were having the phone call. So what I am going to do though is check off a couple of things that I already know for certain. So put away laundry in a laundry room. We took care of all of that yesterday. This is still in the works. I don't know if I'll do it today, which is my hair. I do want to cut my bangs a little bit and like trim my hair just a tad bit, but I don't know if I'll do it today. So I'm just going to say in progress. So for me, a dot is like in progress. And yeah, I don't really know any other way to say it. And like a circle that's half colored in, so one half of the circle colored in means for me that it's a half completed task. So maybe there's 2 parts to it and only one part of it is done. So technically I could draw a circle and then do this. So I could do that because technically I did cut my nails today. So I'm going to be doing my nails tonight. But I did cut them. And so that's part of the task that I wanted to get done. And then I wanted this to be a self-care day. So kind of is, kind of isn't. It's still in the works. I may still do some stuff. And then I also wanted to do a vlog today. But honestly, with how busy I've been with the phone calls and the follow-up appointments and scheduling new appointments and doing things like that, I did not get to do this today. So instead, you guys are getting a plan with me video instead. So yeah, I have been just busy, and one of the things I want to talk about for a hot second is I am loving a bound book system. I thought for a hot second that I could never go back to a bound book after I started with rings because I was just so productive in rings. But let me tell you, being in a bound book has allowed me to expand what it is that I'm trying to accomplish. Like, I can set these weeks up to be exactly what I need it to be, like tailoring a certain area of the page to be what I need it to be. That's the beauty of it all. And I'm telling you, if I would have known how to navigate through the pages in the past like this, like how I know now, then this might have worked for me a lot better in the past instead of me just constantly going through different systems. Because I think that's one of the problems that I was having, which is when you lay out your weeks and things like that, and if you don't lay them out tailored to your needs, then it could kind of make you, get a little irritated. So I have been learning to kind of stray away from the manufacturer style of planning and really making it my own. I even do that with like inserts. I mean, I was doing it in my rings, but I really take advantage of making things my own now. So that's my little tidbit that I wanted to say about that. So now that we have that out the way, I have 3 top tasks today. So all these tasks got checked off because I did them all Thursday. I put them on here because I wanted to do them today, but they're all done. So all the laundry was done. The floors were mopped and swept. And then we still have to run to the BX. So like I said, anything with red is what I know needs to be done. I really needed to cut my nails. I hate when my nails are super duper long like my real nails because then they just break. And I do need to cut like my bangs because they're so long right now. And I do need to run to the commissary and the BX. So that's why it's red. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump to my notes section. So this is a section that is like catered to like extra and notes. So extra could be like recipes, extra could be like I don't know, list. Let's see. I wanted to make sure that I was in frame. So I really can't see what's happening. But extra could be like lists, brainstorming ideas, conversations that I have. I do have, like I mentioned, a call log. So what I do for a call log is I will literally draw a line down the middle and I will just put, like the person's name, and then I will put like the phone number and also the time that the phone call was taking place, and also a note. So it usually takes about a couple of lines for each call, because I will literally just keep doing that same thing, skipping a line until the page is full. So that's what I do. But yeah, usually I just do this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to label this, and I'll zoom you guys in. Let's see if I can zoom you guys in without messing this up. Whoa, did that work? I want that to work. Okay. So I think I got you guys zoomed in enough. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these notes and I'm going to transfer them here. So what I do for this little memo section is I just draw a line through it because it's irrelevant. Today is June, what's today? June 19th. June 19th, how could I not know that? Especially with everything that's going on. So today is June 19th and it is 2020. So I will date the note if it's gonna be like a page of notes. If it's not, then I would just leave it blank, leave it be. So I'm gonna write the person's name. And usually I don't write like that, but I usually just print, because sometimes when I start doing like cursive in here, especially when it's information that I want to like read when I like go to an appointment or something. I don't know about anybody else, but sometimes when I write cursive, I can't even read my own cursive sometimes because I get to writing so fast, or I kind of scribble it in and then it just becomes like, what? But so that's what I had the phone call with, and this phone call took place at 11:13 a.m. and this was a phone call. And what I'm going to do is try to figure out my own notes. So, skipping a line, this was a follow-up. Follow-up phone call in regards to FSI or FIS, saline, what is it? Saline ultrasound. And so what I'm noting here in this box that I'm gonna like transfer. So when I take notes, I write key items. I don't know if that's how anyone else take notes, but when I write notes, I write key items that will make me kind of give me that aha moment of this is what we were talking about. Because sometimes when people are talking really, really fast, when I jot down phone calls, especially if it's something that I want to keep in my planner, I have to catch the important parts of the phone call or I will miss everything. Because sometimes even after I have the phone call, I will forget. I don't know about anybody else, but I'm only 28 and I feel like my memory is kind of shot. I feel like if I don't write down things or if I don't capture things that are happening in the day, then I just completely forget. So let me know in the comments if you have issues with memory as well. So I had a follow-up phone call in regards to the saline ultrasound. And so also another key thing, if you don't track your menstrual cycle, this would be a good thing to do. I keep track of my menstrual cycle and other things like that. I keep a lot of stuff in my phone, believe it or not. If you ever want to see like my notes list in my phone, it's bananas. But if you ever want to see it, just let me know and I will do a snippet showing you some of the notes and things that I keep in my phone. But I keep a lot of notes in my phone and a lot of different tracking in my phone that just isn't in my planner. I would like to put it in my planner, but it's just so easy to copy and paste things that you want to keep in your notes section. I'm getting off topic. So I'm going to speed this up. So let me stop talking. So yes, I had a follow-up phone call with a saline ultrasound, my cycle, my period last was June 5th through June 10th. And it was 6 days. Boom. 6 days total. And so what she wants me to do is she wants me to have, so doctor who performs my last D and C procedure, will perform my saline ultrasound. So what I'm going to do from this point out is I'm going to leave off some information because, like I said, I want to protect some of the information because it is personal. I don't want to give out phone numbers and things like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a line down this page just a little bit. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put, oops, can I get it back in there? I'm going to put Courtney's information here. So let's say Courtney, person who called. And phone number. Phone number / time. Okay. So that's what I do for a call log, really. Usually I wouldn't have this little note here up at the top. Like I wouldn't have notes like this, but I will put a line down the page and then do like the person who called and then the phone number and time and also date. So I should put in here date as well. So let's do that. So date, phone number, and time. So I will do that. And then, so it should only take one line for most of this information. And then the following line, I will put what the conversation is and then to see notes. And then that way I can go back into my notes and see that it was a phone call from such and such. So I just wanted to kind of show you a little bit about the call log. So I do have a follow-up appointment that takes place in July. So I actually don't need to be in June anymore. So I'm going to flip to July. And I made this little clear, like, July cover page just with some regular laminate. And instead of writing July on the outside of the laminate, I wrote it inside of the laminating sheet. Mainly because I know that sometimes like it could scratch off or, you know, so I just wanted to make sure that it was on there really nice. And yeah, so I put it inside the laminating sheet and then just tipped it in. So there was an appointment that I had for the 25th. So what I'm going to do for that appointment first before like I change the appointment that I have in here. So like right here, I wrote a follow-up appointment with OBG, and then I wrote a note for what radiology told me when I went to my appointment. So because I got the phone call today in regards to this, I no longer need that sticky note. This appointment got changed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a line through it with red, and I'm going to, instead of changing it by just saying or writing changed under it, I'm going to put a canceled sticker over it. And then I'm also going to use a appointment sticker to kind of, you know, I don't know. I'm going to use an appointment sticker just to kind of note that it's an appointment. So that's what we're going to do. And I love using these kind of stickers because they really help me kind of specify something. So like I had here, so I don't know, I want to put it over the appointment, but I want to, okay. So instead of, as I'm thinking about this, because I have to do this same thing in my other bullet journal. So instead of using the canceled sticker, I'm going to just write it in here because it as I'm thinking about it, it just makes no sense to use the cancel sticker and then, you know, draw a line through it. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to draw a line through it and write canceled in here. And again, I'm just making sure that I'm in frame. So I had an appointment that was scheduled on Thursday the 25th for 11:30. And so what I'm going to do is right here, draw my little box, my little red box, and I'm going to write canceled. Okay, So I wrote canceled and move, and then my note is going to be appointment was moved to July 9th. Okay, so it's in red because obviously this is something important, and there's a couple of things that I need to do for this appointment because it is going to be a little bit of a thorough ultrasound. So now what I'm going to do is go into July, and the way that I have it scheduled out, so it's just like how I had this month scheduled out, but what I'm going to do in here is I need to put it in the week, and I also need to put it in the day. So I need to find the day that it is on. So I have 2 days on a page, and the way that they go is 1 and 2. So this is July 1st and 2nd, 3rd and 4th, 5th and 6th, and they're labeled up at the top, 7, 8, and then 9. So this appointment is going to be on a Thursday. So what I'm going to do is go into my book and find some appointment stickers that I could use. And because I do know how long this appointment is going to be, I could put that in here as well. I should tab off some of these stickers so that I don't have to flip through them, because that's really annoying. Conference, meeting, no, appointments. All right. So I'm going to let's use blue. Yeah, let's use blue. So I'm going to use a blue appointment sticker. Let's leave that open for a second. And so what I'm going to do is transfer, and I think I'm going to put it in my notes this time. So let's just put it in notes. I'm going to transfer that appointment and write it here. So appointment at 1 p.m. at Larmsey. And I'm going to write who the appointment's with OBGYN. Usually I would write the person's name so that when I go to the counter and they ask me who is the appointment with, I can, do that. But for security reasons and because I'm filming this, I'm just going to say with what department. So it's OBGYN. It's appointment at 1 p.m. with OBGYN, and it is 1 hour long. So it's 1 hour long. So in here at the top of my to-dos, so I have to-dos and then top tasks. My top task of the day is to go to my appointment at 1 and be there. So if it's extra, I will draw a dash in between and say be there 15 minutes early. All right, so that is in my planner, so I don't need to worry about that anymore. And then so for July, I put all the weeks in the back. I didn't do that on purpose. It just kind of accidentally forgot about it. So yeah, so I have July 6 through 12. So let's see, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, 6, 7, 8, 9. So in here, I'm also going to write, and I'm going to do this one in red because obviously this is one that I don't want to miss. And if you did not catch that, I have bad memory. And sometimes I can see it once and say, okay, I got an appointment. But I have to see it multiple times in order for my mind to fully remember that I have something happening So appointment at 1 p.m. OBGYN. So that's my appointment. I should write a little note down here at the bottom. This is the only week that looks different from the rest of the weeks because I didn't put enough space in between to elaborate. So what I'm going to do is go back to my notes and I'm going to add in here what she mentioned for me. So for appointments, use protection. So I cannot be pregnant for this appointment. And so whenever I take notes from a phone call, I will put all of that information together so that I know that when I go to an appointment or some sort, this is what they are looking for and thus for. I just like to be knowledgeable of what's happening. So for appointment, use protection prior to, cannot be pregnant. And I will underline that. All right, so I have updated my planner, and I have kind of changed some of my tasks. I did not have to put in any new task for today in here because I had already preset Friday up. So really, this is good to go. I do just need to do some back planning in my other planner, but I just wanted to give you a general idea of how I sort of, you know, put information in here and how I navigate through like this system where I have like a week, a day, and a month, and how I track like appointments and phone calls and things like that. So if you like this video, if you found any part of it like informative, or if you saw something that might help you like the way that my system is set up, please let me know in the comments. It definitely helps me if you guys let me know if you like the videos and if you took something away from it. I'm always thrilled about that. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you'd like to subscribe, please go ahead and subscribe. If you're returning back, welcome back. And as always, guys, I will catch you in the next planner video. Bye.